Welcome to Tech Insights, and today we're peeling back the polished layers of the Galaxy Z Fold 7 to reveal the truths no one's telling you. You've heard the buzz, you've seen the specs, but beneath all the marketing glitz lies a story of deception, innovation, and a foldable phone that may have just redefined the entire category, and not always for the reasons you expect. So sit tight, because what you're about to hear isn't just another Z Fold 7 review, it's the untold truth. Let's start with the controversy, one that sparked outrage among tech lovers and had Samsung fans fuming. The Z Fold 7 was all set to grab the title of world's thinnest foldable. That's not marketing fluff. It was genuinely thinner than any other foldable we've seen. Then, out of nowhere, Honor, a Chinese rival, claimed its new foldable was thinner by a razor-thin margin, 0.1 millimeter. No big deal, right? But what followed was, well, just wild. Honor launched a full-blown ad campaign mocking Samsung. Tweets, graphics, videos, even billboards, all proudly laughing at the Z Fold 7's thickness. It felt personal, but then something curious happened. People started measuring, and they weren't buying Honor's number. Side-by-side comparisons, caliper tests, even a simple tilt test with a card, all proved a Z Fold 7 was actually thinner. That's right, Samsung's phone was visually and physically slimmer. The world's thinnest crown had been stolen with fudged specs. Honor later admitted they excluded screen protectors in their measurements, layers users interact with every day. They even said they used their own internal measurement standards. That's like me saying I'm taller than LeBron because I measured in moon gravity. It's absurd. And while Samsung took the high road, this wasn't just a flex gone wrong. It robbed the Fold 7 of a legitimate marketing edge. But let's shift gears, because Samsung didn't just fight a dirty PR battle, they showed up with serious tech under the hood, and one of the most impressive, yet underrated upgrades, the battery. At first glance, it seems unchanged from the Z Fold 6, a 4,400 mAh dual-cell setup, but don't let that fool you. This battery is a silent monster. According to the European Energy Labeling Registry, the Z Fold 7 retains 80% of its battery capacity even after 2,000 full charge cycles. Let that sink in. That means if you charge your phone once a day, you're looking at over 5.5 years before battery degradation even becomes a real issue. That's twice as long as most flagship phones on the market today. For comparison, the iPhone 16 Pro Max, around 1,000. Even devices using next-gen silicon carbon batteries tap out near that same number. And yes, there's a reason Samsung didn't jump on the silicon carbon train just yet. While those batteries offer faster charging and higher density, they come with an ugly downside. They expand a lot. We're talking up to 400% more swelling than traditional batteries. That means a higher risk of battery bloating, especially dangerous in thin foldable designs. Samsung's approach is conservative and frankly smart. They're choosing long-term reliability over flashy charging numbers. And when you think about the long game, this phone is built to last. But here's where things get even more exciting. The S Pen. Yes, you heard that right. The S Pen may not have shipped with the Z Fold 7, but it's far from gone. Samsung is quietly preparing for its return. And not just any S Pen, but one that doesn't even need a digitizer or a built-in battery. That's revolution. You see, one reason the S Pen was scrapped for the Z Fold 7 was because the digitizer, the invisible layer that makes the pen work, added thickness. Samsung removed it to help the device slim down. But behind the scenes, they're working with a startup called High Deep to develop an electromagnetic resonance pen that works without a digitizer. That means S Pen input could return without compromising design. Now, this pen tech isn't fully ready yet. Sources suggest performance issues kept it from launching this year, but the vision is clear: a pressure-sensitive, precise pen that draws power wirelessly and functions on any compatible surface, even a thinner fold. That's the kind of innovation that makes you wonder, is Samsung already designing the Z Fold 8 around this? Let's take a moment to appreciate the display. Samsung's Fold 7 doesn't just fold, it impresses. The front screen is finally wide enough to feel usable. The inner display gorgeously bright at 2,600 nits and smoother than ever, with adaptive 120 Hz refresh. And guess what? That infamous crease is now barely visible. Unless light hits it at a weird angle, you'll forget it's even there. Camera-wise, Samsung gave us the goods. A 200 megapixel main sensor capable of capturing insane detail, especially in low-light conditions. Combined with their Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 Elite chipset and Samsung's advanced image signal processor, even selfies are sharper and more balanced. especially with the improved under-display front camera. But let's talk practicality. This phone is absurdly light and thin, more so than the S25 Ultra, but with that you lose space for a larger battery. That's the eternal trade-off. Yet Samsung still delivers solid all-day life, especially when using light performance mode, which drops CPU power slightly while still outperforming last-gen chips. And there's more. Android 16's multitasking tools feel tailor-made for this device. The new 90-10 split lets you use almost the full display for one app while keeping a second app open in a slim sidebar, and you can quickly swap between them. Plus, drag-and-drop functionality is smoother than ever. You can even pin up to 3 apps at once and resize dynamically. It's a productivity powerhouse. Now, before you rush to buy, there's one final twist. Samsung recently confirmed they're working on a tri-fold phone. No, not just concept renders, real development. It wasn't announced during Unpacked, but leaks suggest it's more than a prototype. Sources say it folds twice, giving you a phone, a tablet, and a mini laptop layout, all in one. Imagine taking the Z Fold 7's innovations and stretching them across 3 panels. So what does this all mean? The Galaxy Z Fold 7 isn't just a new phone, it's a chapter in a much bigger story. It's proof that Samsung is playing the long game. While competitors fake specs for attention, Samsung is future-proofing its tech. Foldables aren't just a gimmick anymore, they're evolving fast, and Samsung is leading the charge. And if you made it this far, tell me in the comments, would you buy the Z Fold 7 now, or wait for the Trifold? And are you missing the S Pen, or do you prefer the thinner design? This has been Tech Insights, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth tech truth bombs, and share this with someone who still thinks foldables are a fad. Trust me, the future folds, and it's only getting brighter.